Yeah. We here. Look, pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Apply the pressure, apply the pressure. Pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Pressure make them, pressure make them up.
Pressure draw that line in the sand. Pressure turn a boy to a man. Pressure smack them toys out your hands. You did all that you can and gotta do it all again. Facing pressure, we up by the action and I noticed your absence. Is it your ovaries acting? Are you overreacting? Do not fold like a napkin, just tap in if you lacking. Pressure get a diamond cracking, but profits don't collapse. Fear the one that throw the soul and body in Gehenna. The pressure cooker simmer, we watching your nerves tremor. You trying to hold the line and hold your dinner. Stress expose pretenders, pressure gets so tremendous. But just remember, pressure when you turn the other cheek for another week. Pressure when they call from overseas, try and hurt the sheep. Pressure using precepts to fight the pressure. It's when you outlast your predecessors. Heavy message.
Psalms 94:16. Because we out here showing our people their transgressions. We are showing them that they got to repent. Keep God's laws. You can't be out here marching. You can't be out there protesting. That ain't going to work. We've been doing it for over 60 years and it ain't working. You still going to keep doing it and it ain't gonna, nothing going to change. It's only going to get worse. Read.
Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
God is asking, who is going to rise up? Who? He's looking for the men of God to rise up against the people of the evildoers. The ones that's out here telling you you could be a homosexual. Telling you you could smoke weed. Telling you you could get drunk all hours of the day. Telling you you could marry whoever you want. Telling you can marrying trees, marrying oceans. What kind of madness is that? Telling you you could do anything you want, but according to this Bible. Read.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Who are the workers of iniquities? The ones that are teaching you against God's laws. So that's why you got here, the brothers out here, the prophets, teaching y'all that you got to keep God's laws. Right? Read.
Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence.
Right, because we gotta follow what God is telling us to do. We can't, give me James 1 and 22. We can't be hearers of the word only. We gotta apply what God is telling us to do. We gotta walk circles because the days is getting short. Time is getting close to the end. So we gotta be out here serious and want to keep God's laws. Read.
James chapter 1 and verse 22. But be ye doers of the word.
So you got a lot of Christians out here, right? You got a lot of so-called believers. There's like over what? 4 billion Christians. Are they even applying these words in this Bible? They think Christ is a white man. They think they can do whatever they want and still get into the kingdom of heaven. They think other nations can walk into the 12 gates when they ain't part of no tribe. Right? They gonna be there, but in slavery, right? Read.
But be ye doers of the word.
Be ye what?
But be ye doers of the word.
God requires action. Give me 1 Samuel 2. God requires action from the Israelites. Not just sitting on your backside like a couch potato doing nothing. He needs men of war, men of valor coming out here to fight against the evils. Read.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 3. Talk no more so exceedingly proudly.
Don't be out here saying, oh yeah, I'm going to keep God's commandments. Yeah, I hear what y'all saying, brothers. It sound good. It sound real good. But when I get home, I'm still an adulterer. When I get home, I'm still a fornicator. When I get home, I still hate my brother in my heart. Read.
Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth.
Don't let arrogancy come out of your mouth. Right? Read.
For the Lord is a God of knowledge.
The Lord is a God of knowledge. Is it knowledge like you going to college? Is it that knowledge? Is it street knowledge? What is it? School of hard knocks? Is it that? Let's find out. Give me hold that. Malachi. What is the knowledge according to God? Because it ain't just, oh, I know how to bag up dimes and sell quota sec. That's not the knowledge. It's not the knowledge, oh, I know how to sleep with a lot of sisters. That's not the knowledge. Oh, I got a lot of degrees. That's fine and dandy, so you can bring it back to your nation. But is that the knowledge according to God? Read.
Malachi chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips shall keep knowledge.
The priest's lips should keep knowledge. You go to these so-called churches, those priests are not keeping knowledge. The only thing they keeping is messing with them little boys, right? That's that knowledge they keeping. Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
They should seek. We should go and seek to the priest the law out of his mouth. That's why you go up to the priest for. That's what you go to the priest for. He should be telling you the law. So if we telling you the law, what we think we are? It said go to the priest for the law. If we out here teaching the law, who do you think we are? Give me 1 Peter's. We are the priests. We are the kings. We got to treat ourselves like that. When we keep these laws, that's how we have to feel when those fringes go on our clothes. When I got that beard on my face, it said a beard is a badge of manly dignity. I got to feel like that. Read. What is that? 3 and Kings and Priests. 2 and 9. 2 and 9. There you go.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
Chosen generation. These 12 tribes on this sign is a chosen generation. But the white man don't choose us. The Chinese don't choose us. The so-called Arab don't choose us, but God chose us. Read.
But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
A royal priesthood. If you look at something royal, what do you see, my brother? What's your name, my brother?
Brother Marcus.
Brother Marcus. When you see something royal, what do you see?
Something consecrated, something set aside.
Set aside, consecrated. What else do you see? When you look at, say you got what's her name? Queen Elizabeth and all that. Because they think they royal, but they are not royal at all.
That's right.
So when you see they little kingdom and they little castles, what do you see? Kingship. It's being pristine, stuff is clean. You got it, your clothes gotta be right.
That's right.
Right? So that's how we gotta treat ourselves, right? Go ahead, read.
And holy nation.
And holy nation, like you said, set apart. We supposed to be set apart. We are not like these other nations.
Right.
We above all these other nations.
Right.
So we gotta treat ourselves, we gotta act like that. Right? Because it says what in Judges 5 and 11? What did it say? So let's get it for the brother. Because we supposed to be acting like that, right? Because when the kingdom comes, then that's when it's gonna be the real deal. That's when we're gonna be put in our place. But in order to get to that position, what we gotta be doing before that. So let me put it. So you got a game, right? So it's a basketball game. What do you gotta do before the actual basketball game?
You gotta practice.
You gotta what?
You
gotta practice, right?
That's right.
So we ain't no Allen Iverson over here, right? You talking about practice? No, yeah, we talking about practice because we about to get it in, right? Read.
Judges chapter 5 and verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers.
What is the noise of the archers? When you hear noise of archers, what do you think of? So what is an archer? Think of an archer. It's a bow and arrow.
Right.
You got an arrow and you got the bow.
That's right.
So that's an archer, right? Okay. So it said the noise of archers. So what is noise of archers?
Missiles.
Well, yeah, it's missiles, but what's going on with that noise? War. Read.
And the places of drawing water. Yes, sir. They that are delivered from the noise of archers.
Because we're going to get delivered from the noise of archers, right?
Right.
And the place of drawing water.
Drawing water. When somebody's drawing water, what are they doing? It's a place of drawing water. If you so if you in rulership, you will have somebody go draw water for you. What is that person going to draw water for you? What do they call? If I'm a king and I say, hey, go get me some water, they got to go get me some water. A servant. Other word for servant? We was brought here on what kind of ships?
Slave.
Slave. So a servant is a slave. So it said from what? The drawing?
And the places of drawing water.
So the place of servitude. So where are the blacks, Hispanics at? and the Native Indians?
What they at?
Yeah, where they at? What type of, we are in a place of what?
Bondage.
Bondage, servitude, right? So America is a place of servitude.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
So in your slavery, in your servitude, in your bondage, you gonna do what?
There they shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
There you're gonna rehearse, and rehearse means to what? Practice.
Right.
So you gonna practice the what?
They shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
The righteous acts of the Lord. And what are the righteous acts? Deuteronomy 6:25.
Bring it up.
What are the righteous acts? And it's gonna be my last scripture.
Commandments.
The commandments, right? Let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 25.
Bring it up.
And it shall be our righteousness
Our righteousness, the righteous acts, read.
if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God.
So that is our righteousness if we do all the commandments of God. It's not. It's more than fringes in a beard and congregating on the Sabbath.
Right.
It's much more than that.
Right.
When you dig in deep to it, you gotta love your brother. You can't have hatred, no malice, not railing for railing, not devouring one another. You see what I'm saying, my brother? All
We
right.
used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.